Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am here to review the questions that I have done on 15th December, and the preparator has given the previous question solutions. So I have just completed 16th December question also. Now let's discuss about 15th December questions. So what are the questions that I have made correct and some of the questions that I have made wrong. So in this picture, the questions, question number one, it has asked that refer to the image given below and give your diagnosis. So here I was unaware of this answer, as I take polycystic liver disease. But the answer is Caroli disease. So in the given CT scan, CCT, the liver image shows central dot sign. So you can see here there is a central dot sign over here, I guess. So which is a feature of Caroli disease. Central dot sign represents the telltale appearance of intrahepatic portal vein branch surrounded by several dilated bile duct which can be visualized by either CT, MRI or USC. Caroli or Caroli syndrome or disease are congenital disorder comprising of multifocal cystic dilation of segmental intrahepatic bile ducts. Caroli disease is limited to dilated of larger intrahepatic bile ducts, whereas Caroli syndrome describes combination of small bile duct dilation and congenital hepatic fibrosis. However, some series shows that extrahepatic duct involvement may exist. So, biliary hematoma, von Meyenberg complex multibiliary hematoma (MBH) are rare cause of multiple benign hepatic lesions. The condition is also known as von Meyenberg complex multiple bile duct hematoma or biliary microhematomas. Multiple biliary hematomas are asymptomatic and usually found incidentally when it is important to differentiate them from other cause of multiple liver lesions, particularly metastasis. So this is the CCT image showing multiple non-enhancing hyperdense lesion in both lobes of liver. Alright, so this is Caroli central dot sign. So the next question was true statement regarding cardiac component is I choose B, but the answer is A. So let us see. Here 1 to 4 hypotension is seen, 2 muffled ulcer is seen, and in 4 electrical alternance is seen, but not jugular venous distension with prominent Y descents. So here, talking about the Beck's trials, which is seen in cardiac component, the hypotension is present, soft or absent heart sound is there, jugular venous distension with prominent X descent, jugular venous distension with prominent X descent. But in the questions it was Y descent prominent, so that's why my answer was wrong. So the unless 1 and 2 is correct, but let's see about 4. So there are both limitations of ventricular fillings and reduction of cardiac output. There may be reduction in amplitude of QRS complex, and electrical alternance of PQRS or T waves should raise the suspicion of cardiac component. So that means in 4 questions, electrical ECG shows electrical alternance. That means In explanation, it has written there may be reduction in amplitudes of QRX complex and electrical alternance of PQRS or T waves. So this should raise the suspicion of cardiac temperance. Alright, so now in next questions in upcoming days that I will be making this correct. Okay, so not prominent Y descent but prominent X descent. Y descent will be absent. So in question number 3, let's discuss about that. The 60 kg adult female who was a case of multiple nodular goiter posted for a total thyroidectomy under general anesthesia. Maintenance fluid with ringer lactate 100 ml per hour started post-operatively. Potassium concentration of this fluid is, so different mean equivalent per liter is given, but the right answer is 4 MEQ per liter. So I made this correct. Let us see the chart of electrolytes and the colloids also is given over here. So in crystalloid solution, this is about crystalloids, pH, osmolarity, sodium chloride and calcium and lactate. So the plasma membrane, the plasma has pH 7.4, osmolarity is 275 to 290, sodium is 140, chloride is 100, calcium is in between 2.2 to 2.6. So in normal saline, pH will be normal saline of 0.9% NaCl, the pH will be 5.7, osmolarity is 308, sodium 154 and potassium is also same 154. In 3% saline, pH is 5 and osmolarity is 1026, sodium potassium both are 513. In 7.5% saline, 3.5 to 7 pH, 2567 osmolarity, 1283 is sodium and chloride concentration. So in ringer lactate, pH is 6.5, osmolarity is 273 and sodium is 130, chloride is 109 and calcium concentration is 3, lactate is 28. So ringer acetate, the pH is 6, osmolarity concentration is 270 sorry, and sodium concentration is 130 and chloride is 110. So normosol or plasmalylate plasmalate A, the pH is 7.4, osmolarity is 295, sodium is 140 and chloride is 98. So D5NS pH is 4, osmolarity 560, sodium 154 and chloride also same 154. D5W pH 4, osmolarity 253, sodium potassium is 00. So D5W RL, pH 5, osmolarity 525, sodium 130, chloride 109, calcium 3, lactate 28. So D5 0.45% NS, pH 4, 406 osmolarity, 77 both for sodium and chloride. D5 0.25% NS, pH 4 and osmolarity 321 and chloride and sodium both are 34. So this is the colloid and there is a solution, average molecular weight, it is in kilo Daltons and osmolarity. So albumin 5%, albumin 25%, both have average molecular weight 69 and osmolarity is also 330 is equal in both in albumin 5% and 25%. Talking about 10% dextran, 40 in NS, and Heti starts 6% in NS. Average weight, molecular weight in 10% dextran 40 in NS is 26, whereas Heti starts 6% in NS is 450. But the osmolarity in both 10% dextran 40 in NS at a Heti starts 6% in NS is 308. Alright, so the answer is for MEQ pollinator. So talking about the next four number questions, the corneal endothelium is single layer of cells on the posterior surface of cornea. An estimate of this endothelial cell density and function can be done by specular microscopy. This corneal endothelium is derived from neural crest cells. The answer is correct. So let's talk about what are the structures that develop from surface ectoderm, neural ectoderm, mesoderm, neural crest. So let's not delay. So from surface ectoderm, lens epithelium of the all the surface except ciliary body and iris and glands is formed. So on neural ectoderm, epithelium of ciliary body and iris, retinal pigment epithelium, optic nerve, sphincter and dilated pupil muscle, smooth muscles of iris. So neural ectoderm, so optic nerve, retinal pigment epithelium, sphincter of dilated pupil muscles, smooth muscles of iris is there. So in mesoderm, extraocular muscles, endothelium of all the orbit and stroma of iris and ciliary body, sclera which is of temporal part is mesoderm. In neural crest, stroma of cornea and choroid, corneal endothelium, sclera except temporal part, melanocytes, corneal keratocytes, ciliary muscles, ciliary ganglion, stroma of iris, choroid of trabecular mesoarc is present. Alright. So now the last and final questions. Question number 5. Let's read the questions. An 18 years old woman present with fever and headache. She also complains of vaginal itching and dysuria. When asked, she says that she recently became sexually active. Physical examination resolves tender inguinal lymphadenopathy and red postural painful vesicles on her labia majora. What is the most likely diagnosis? So here I made a wrong. I made a mistake. The answer will be herpes simplex virus 2 infections. So now let's read about herpes simplex virus infections. Okay, so this is the details of herpes simplex virus, and there is a chart below also. So let us go through all those points. So herpes simplex virus, why this is the answer? Because there is a typical vesicles or pustules or a cluster of painful ulcers preceded by vesiculopostular lesions suggestive of genital herpes. So pathognomic features of herpes infections are painful vesicles. Both type 1 and 2 herpes simplex can cause genital herpes, but more than 80% of genital lesions are due to herpes simplex type 2. So herpes simplex type 2 is transmitted by direct contact of the virus with mucosal surface or open skin surface. Around 80% of infected patients are asymptomatic. So talking about the clinical features, mainly they have the constitution symptoms like fever, headache, malaise and myalgia. Later there will be genital vesicles which will be painful, as they can rupture and leave behind the painful ulcers. Other genital symptoms like itching, tender inguinal lymphadenopathy, and Klebsiella granulomatis infections. Klebsiella granulomatis is also known as Donovani granulomatosis. With this leads to granuloma inguinal. It is having a beefy red ulcers. LF colonies, unclad yellow colonies, unMcConkey agar pinkish colonies, very mucoid colonies, PCR for Klebsiella species. So NDM1, New Delhi metallolactamase, this is resistance to all type of antibiotics. So chlamydia trachomatis infections, serogroups AB, BSC cause trachoma. They are known as trick agent. So MX strategies. This is S for surgery, A for antibiotics, F for face clean, E for environmental clean. So this is safe, SAFE. Now serogroups T2K causes inclusion conjunctivitis, infantile pneumonia, genital chlamydia, chlamydia trachomatis, serovar L1 to L3 cause lymphogranuloma venerum, trypanosoma pallidum infections cause syphilis. So trypanosoma cause syphilis. Incubation period is from 90 to 90 days. So stage includes primary hard, painless chancre, painless lymphadenopathy. On secondary, there is rash over the palm soles, and mostly present palm soles rashes are present. Condylomal lateral lesions are mostly seen. It is the most infectious lesions of syphilis. Tertiary syphilis having gamma, skin lesion, cardiovascular complications, neurosyphilis features. So characteristics, there is a primary lesions, number of lesions, diameter, age, depth, base, indurations, lymphadenopathy, pain. Syphilis is painless, herpes is painful, and chancroid is also painful. So number of lesions is usually 1 in syphilis, multiple on herpes, multiple on chancroid, and age is sharp, demarcated, elevated. Age is erythematous, polycyclic on herpes, and the chancroid is undermined and ragged. So diameter is around 5 to 15 mm. Herpes is really small, 1 to 2 mm, and the chancroid is variable. So base is smooth, non-purulent, covered with serous exudate. Base is erythematous in herpes, and on chancroid there is purulent, dirty base. So induration is buttonhole. In herpes there is no indurations, and on chancroid there is not indurations. So lymphadenopathy, sooty lymph nodes, palpable tenders on herpes, large inflammatory bubo is present in chancroid. So I have already discussed about pain. So this is the discussions, is the review of the 5 questions that were uh, coming, that were given by the pre-planner on 15th of December. Hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe to this channel. I'll be making such kind of videos in coming days also. Thank you for today, and please you can buy the paid subscriptions from Prep Ladder for your preparations. Thank you.